Hi, and welcome to the 7 Deadly Sins Committed by Counsellors and How to Avoid Them. I'm Patrick McGee. Now, an alternative title for this webinar might be the 7 things that really good counsellors might do if they're not careful and if they get poor advice and are subjected to really bad management or supervision, and if they believe those "you're an imposter" voices in their heads, and how to avoid them. So, let's think a little bit about context. Generally, the majority of counsellors and therapists do a good job. But we all know nobody is perfect, not even me. Good therapists develop some bad habits, let's be honest. And bad habits are true of every profession. You hear about surgeons leaving scalpels inside bodies. You hear about air traffic controllers turning up drunk for work. Now, quite apart from anything else, it's a useful way to think about how we can all improve. So let's think about this. These are 7 deadly sins. They're really risks that might happen. They are not in any way what therapists normally do. I'm not saying that. But all modalities at risk, whatever your perspective is on different theories regarding therapy and counselling, all modalities are in principle at risk. But reflecting on these issues makes us all better counsellors and therapists. There are some tricky issues here, but we do need to talk about them. And let's not forget there is amazing practice out there saving lives every day, every 50 minutes. So here's a question. What is the difference between a great therapist and a good therapist? Have a think about that for just a few seconds. Okay, well, I think a good answer is the difference between a great therapist and a good therapist is that the great therapist has a mirror. What drives imperfect practice? Well, it can be poor training, limited amount of CPD or the wrong CPD, lack of confidence in the therapist, a little bit of therapist drift where we move away from what we know the strongest protocol is to something we feel a little bit more comfortable with, a little bit of client collusion in bad practice, maybe the wrong attitude to risk, different levels of therapist anxiety, and maybe some organizational pressures too. So, this is the webinar for 7 Deadly Sins, and I hope you enjoy it.